From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Good evening, everyone. We saw those temperatures into the 30s today with a little bit of that sunshine that we had. High temperatures 30 degrees in Lansing, Mason, and even Charlotte, 28 into Jackson, and even down into Hillsdale. Overall, our temperatures have fallen back down into the low 20s and will stay there for the rest of the night and as we head into the early morning hours of our Sunday. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies heading into Sunday with temperatures slowly warming back into the 20s and even into the 30s. All the details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 11 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 11.
Tonight, the state's two major political parties just elected their new leadership, including one who might be a surprise. It's our top story at 11. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dalen Huff. Rachel has the night off. In Detroit today, state Republicans picked a Michigan senator from Oakland County as the next GOP party chair. 6 News Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic has the story.
There are two major stories coming out of the state Republican Party convention this day. The first one involves the president. He had endorsed one candidate at the convention to be the new party chair. Mr. Trump did not win. His endorsement was with Michonne Maddock of Oakland County. She didn't get enough votes, and who did? A fellow Oakland County Republican state senator, Jim Runstead. It took 2 ballots, but he eventually got 63% of the vote as the convention delegates went with someone who is a bit more mainstream in the state Republican Party and not an ultra-MAGA person. The senator says he'll stay on in his Senate job while he runs the state party. He is a conservative and certainly not afraid to take on Democrats, including Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Years ago, when she signed an executive order to undo what some lawmakers did concerning a state department, it was the senator who went on statewide public TV and denounced the governor for making that move, calling it unconstitutional.
But 100% were outraged that she felt with a executive order she could come in and just rewrite the legislation. That's not what an executive order is for, is that she could come in and just say, well, this is part of the law, so I'll just strike that and I'll strike this. That's not permissible under the Constitution.
Meanwhile, over at the Democratic State Convention, East Lansing former State Senator Curtis Sertel Jr., who lost in his bid for a local congressional seat, was elected the new state Democratic Party chair. His opponent in the race dropped out before the vote was taken, leaving Mr. Hertel the only candidate on the ballot. He, by the way, was endorsed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
Staying with politics, U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin made her first trip to the Upper Peninsula today since being elected. She talked to local leaders, toured a VA hospital, and attended an international ski competition. She said she heard a lot about the cost of housing in the UP. She says she wants to focus on supporting Michigan's middle class, both so that people can afford homes as well as a national security issue. Passing the torch and weaving the bonds between generations was the theme for MSU's Powwow of Love earlier this morning. Taryn Simmons got the chance to immerse herself within a different culture and spoke to event organizers on what the ceremony means to them and their community.
Singing, dancing, and community brought people from all over mid-Michigan for MSU's 39th annual Powwow of Love. Carmen Cameron with the North American Student Organization, the group that hosted the event, says the ceremony helps educate the public about Indigenous cultures and their history.
The biggest thing I would recommend for non-Indigenous people is to educate yourself. Look into things and actually work to understand it, because a lot of times it's not going to be on mainstream media. I recommend looking up boarding schools and researching about that.
Growing up on a reservation, Cameron says she's grateful to be taught about her heritage and acknowledges the hardships her elders had to face.
I mean, we didn't have freedom of religion until 1978. And I feel like people don't think about that a lot. So my dad, he would have to go deep into the woods to go to powwows and wouldn't be able to talk about it.
Cameron says the event brought Native people from New York, Wisconsin, and even Ontario. Keenan Hoffman from the Sioux tribe of Chippewa Indians says it's his first time performing and even wearing traditional regalia.
This was actually a gift, the beadwork, before it was put onto the turban. It was a gift to my girlfriend for her high school graduation. It's nice to be able to wear our part of not only like heritage, but also love at the same time.
An empowering moment to embrace, share, and learn a new culture. Here for you in East Lansing, Terrence Simmons, 6 News.
In California, there are 2 new celebrities to watch, and their names are Jackie and Shadow, and they've become big hits on social media. Joy Benedict has the story.
High atop a pine tree in the San Bernardino National Forest, about 100 miles outside Los Angeles. Jackie and Shadow, a bald eagle pair since 2018, tend to their nest and wait. Sandy Steers, who helps run the conservation group Friends of Big Bear Valley, has been observing this nest for years.
How popular is the watching of this nest?
Well, when they have eggs and when they're there, it's very popular.
The social media stars put on quite a show as 2 solar-powered live webcams capture their every move. The couple is expecting triplets. It's a rarity for bald eagles. Steers says they compete over who gets to sit on the eggs.
He just flew up with this giant fish.
Yes.
And he said, "Happy Valentine's Day, move."
It might have been move, Happy Valentine's Day, now move.
Last year, a global audience watched as Jackie, buried under a foot of snow, sat 62 hours straight on 3 eggs. None of those eggs hatched, but Jackie is mom to 5 eagles who flew the nest. Nationwide, the bald eagle is making a remarkable comeback. Once on the brink of extinction, its population has soared, quadrupling to about 316,000 the past decade. Jackie and Shadow's eaglets are due to pip as early as March 1st.
It pokes by hitting its head against the shell with that egg tooth to make a hole in it and crack it.
Do Jackie and Shadow eventually help get it out, or no?
Supposedly they don't, but I've seen Shadow help.
For now, their fans can only watch and wait, hoping the majestic birds will have some new additions to their nest. Joy Benedict, CBS News, Big Bear Lake, California.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Good evening. We had a beautiful day today. Even though it was a little bit chilly across the area, we had a mix of sun and clouds, which allowed our temperatures to warm up just a little bit. But those wind chills were quite chilly across the area for today. Let's backtrack and take a look at our time lapse from this morning to about late this afternoon. We're looking at mostly clear skies to start the day. Then those clouds started to increase, and we saw mostly cloudy skies by the afternoon. Beautiful sunset, though, as we headed into the evening. And we're going to continue to see those clouds slowly start to increase across the area for tonight. Temperatures, though, got into the 30s with that little bit of that sunshine that we got today. 30 degrees in Lansing, 30 in Mason and even Charlotte, 28 down in Jackson, and 28 degrees down in Hillsdale. Now we're going to continue to see those temperatures fall back down into the 20s for tonight, 24 to 23 degrees for tonight with mostly cloudy skies, and we'll gradually warm back up as we head into the day tomorrow. We'll also see those clouds stick around, unfortunately, so you're going to have to make your own sunshine for the next couple of days. Clouds increase, temperatures drop back down into the low 20s for tonight. Our winds will slowly start to calm down as well, and warmer air will move into our forecast for the day tomorrow and even into the upcoming work week. Sunday, we'll see temperatures back into the 30s, 34 degrees by 4 p.m., almost close to average, which is around 36 degrees for this time of year. So again, we'll slowly start to see those temperatures warming up over the next couple of days. Another thing to keep an eye on is our rainfall forecast. We're going to see a few chances of some rain showers, some very light ones for Monday night into Tuesday, and then again Tuesday night into Wednesday when more widespread rain showers move in for our Wednesday. Let's track that out right now. We see those clouds start to increase as we head into Sunday, and we'll continue to see those clouds move in, and then we have a cold front that will be moving in for our Monday Friday before we'll see those clouds stick around as well. There's that low pressure system way up to our north. It's going to keep all the precipitation to the north as well. As that cold front starts to move in, it could bring the chance for some rain showers as well, as our temperatures will be quite warm for this time of year. So just have your umbrella ready for the start of their work week. As we continue each and every day, we'll continue to see our temperatures slowly start to warm. We'll see temperatures into the 40s as we head into the day on Tuesday, 46 degrees, and then back down into the 40s for the end of the week. And eventually we'll see the 30s for the weekend up ahead. But we'll continue to keep an eye on the forecast, as we could see a little bit of a wintry mix as we head into Thursday, as colder air starts to work its way back in. But as we head into the day on Friday, we'll still see those temperatures into the 40s, and for the week after next, we'll continue to see the 30s for the weekend, but then we'll warm back up into the 40s for the middle of next week.
Well, coming up, the hostage trades continue